Good morning, party people. Roy, today's the day.
Today is the day, and it looks like it's already started.
Started
The
overnight.
move, yeah, they got the party started. Pretty much right at the close of, or right at the open of Globex. They said, "I will go down 2 points and then just rip at your face right off." So, what are we up
Yep.
about? 30 points, 40 points from Globex, 40 points.
Yeah, yeah. And I was kind of telling you earlier, I'm not surprised they broke it overnight. This is kind of
Yeah,
a habit they do. It's easier to break overnight. You can see, well, just look at the chart real quick and go back. Let's look at the 15 minute here. And you can see since we created this high back on September 19th, I was going to say back in whatever, it's a few days ago. But you can see we tested, and then finally Globex, they said, you know what, we're tired of playing with that level. We're going to break out. And that's, hey, I'm glad we've been range bound for 5-6 days here. You've been able to make some
yeah,
good money with it, had some good levels off of it. But man, when it breaks, this is where we can get a good trend day for sure. We missed one yesterday, even though we called it and called it in the live. I did make some money on my combine yesterday. Roy, you owe me an apology, by the way.
I do, I do. I put a nasty hex on you right at the end, and so the good news is the inverse Roy indicator's back.
Absolutely, absolutely. We can definitely count on that. So it played out. I mean, heck, it played out about like we called it. And look, it's not. Even though we do this and we get these trades and they work out, it's not like we're doing anything special here. We
Right.
have zones and levels, and I was adamant that 57.96 area was going to be tough to break. And bro, I think you even made a little money last night off of it, didn't you? When you shorted,
I
when it came
did. Yeah, I
up.
did short it. I did short it in a combine. Do not. I do not promote overnight trading, but it was there. I did it, and can you believe it? I made money on a short with the market now 30 points above that mark. So, um,
And now we are saying we're getting error, but we're still coming through perfect on the stream here. So I don't know what that's about.
yeah. The I was trying to look back at. You had messaged me when the time had come in when that fill was. Where was that fill for your trade? Man, where is I don't know where it is. Anyway, I think that trade took about an hour or so to actually play out, maybe longer, hour and a half.
Uh, it took a while. So I actually left my house. I went to the other side of town, which anybody that lives in a college town, a little backstory about where I live. I live in Oxford, Ole Miss, and when students are in session, it's a record year every year. Like there's no every year there's more students, and I'm in a town that's
Mm.
built for 20,000 people. And when school is in town, there's about 45 to 50,000 people here. So you can just imagine what traffic's like, especially on the busy side of town. Uh, so
Yeah.
I actually went to the busy side of town, bought some stuff, even bought lunch, came back, watched part of the documentary, the Mr. McMahon documentary, and then it played out. It was probably a couple hours in that trade. And I told you guys, hey, I'm just going to set it and forget it, and that's what I did. And I looked over
Yeah,
and it
no,
was
it
closed.
was a
So
great one. Yeah, we were aligned on our levels as well, and 5 day moving average supported your trade, which is always a strong conviction for you.
yeah.
The um,
So we've already had some data come out this morning. So we've had a good bit of data this morning. So we had initial jobless claims came out. It was came in at 218,000. It was forecast at 223.4. Previous was 219, so it came in under forecast, under previous, which is a strong sign for the economy, right? You
mhm,
had
mhm.
U.S. GDP come out, GDP, sorry. So you had the core came in at 2.8, forecast 2.8, previous 2.8. You had the price index actual come in at 2.5, forecast 2.5, previous 2.5. So numbers came in as expected. So that's why we're not getting any sell off. And to be honest with you, the reason we're not getting a big pop here is because we've already popped. I think they pre-bought it. Now open, we're liable to rip it open. You never know, but we shall
Well,
see.
you had a big kind of a sneaky big player. Sorry, a sneaky play in a big sector with Micron's earnings last night.
Right?
Um,
Yeah.
Micron provided very strong guidance, which is a big surprise. So it kind of reignited the AI trade. Um, and last I looked, just for reference, let me pull it up. Micron closed yesterday at 95.77, and it's currently at 113.
Wow.
So a massive move on Micron. The other interesting side about the Micron trade is if you look at the daily chart on it, its high was 157 back at end of June. So the we got a meltdown behind us. Um, the the June was the high at 157, and then you have the the drop all the way down to about sub 90. So you're about a 50%. What was that? Let me do the math here. Yeah, almost 50% drop, and then chart looks primed to maybe move up again. Right, it's now broken a 110 level that it struggled with on a previous pop, so it's now $3 above that. So as a swing trader, I would look at that and say maybe party on in the AI sector again. You look at, so obviously the Qs have not hit their all-time high. So you're looking around and saying, okay, well, if it's party time, where can we go? And there's some names that have been beaten up that are actually pretty attractive. Your Googles, your Dells, and obviously anything tech in the AI sector. And with NVIDIA continually leading the charge. Um,
Yeah, something to note too with all that what you just said. Apple actually gapped up this morning. So if
yeah,
Apple's strong, Apple's actually been really weak during all these moves. So
yeah,
if you get a strong Apple, you could get a strong move in the NQ for sure, which you kind of get now.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's been a yeah, just a constant seesaw, if you will, between Apple and Nvidia. Now you've got them both going in the same direction. Obviously, the market's pushing forward. Now you kind of look at the calendar and you just kind of say, well, what will cause fear in the market? So obviously, you have Powell in the morning here, but I was telling Monty pre-stream personally, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's kind of an opening statement. It's not. It's probably going to be a pre-prepared statement with no update on monetary policy. So I think his event is not a nothing burger. I think it's a nothing burger. But then you have all the Fed speakers that are speaking today. I mean, it's just nonstop Fed speakers
yeah,
throughout
and
today. So
here
yeah,
I'm gonna do something a little different on the charts today. I'm gonna kind of mark some book map levels here because there's nothing to go on this high, right? So we're gonna watch. Let's see, 5840 level. Let's change you to. And then we've got 5850. These are gonna be site levels. It looks like. Everybody just know Roy is at home. They have a hurricane coming down on them here
yeah,
soon. So I'm sure
yeah.
you've
We
got a
got
full house.
full house. Everybody's a bit stir crazy. Can't run around and do what they normally do. So I got in
So we're
trouble
just
at
gonna say,
school, so they got grounded. So you got all that stuff.
yeah, it's streaming makes streaming interesting when we have a lot going on, but this is real life, so it's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Now, are we going to draw these levels? It's like we're delayed a little bit extra now. Well, all right, it's not showing my levels again, so we're going to have to do a refresh.
So do you even look at fibs in this particular type of move? It just seems so aggressive that
you can look at
fibs.
extension, but Roy, I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now, it's more site levels.
Yeah.
We don't have it marked on here, but right above us at 56.30, and I can show you here. You got 700 orders sitting at 56.31, so it's levels. Not this point. You got at 56.30.25. You got 577 levels, and
58, right? 58.35.
Do what?
58.35, right? Not 56.30.
Yeah, 58.35. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, we are in a zoomed out, so I didn't. Yeah. Looking for.
Yeah, I don't know why we're not. Why are we not getting what I want to get here? It's not, my chart's not updating for some reason. Chart's stuck. We're moving, but it's not. And I was able to refresh it yesterday. Now I can't find the refresh where I want to do that. Gotta love this, you know? You gotta love what's happening. Yeah, I saw that. Why are you not refreshing?
Trying to look around market. I mean, everything's up. It's just, as you can tell by the markets are ripping, so everything's. I mean, the Qs are up almost $10. They're up $8.50 in pre-market. SPY's up $5 pre-market. It's just this type of move can create a FOMO open, but it could also create a sell-off type open. But I would say that the Micron news gives people hope in that particular sector. So if tech continues to get bidded up, it'll be hard to see a strong move down, or even any strong move down. How fast it gets gobbled up.
All right, let's see. Yep, I fixed it for now.
See those lovely levels.
They played out pretty daggone good, didn't they? Now I redrew this one. This one was up a little bit, and I wanted to come down and capture this, so I did move this one down to recapture it.
Yeah, and I'm kind of going back to that 96 level. Yes, we wanted to short it, but we also did say if it broke it, you were going to get a strong move up, and that's the other side of it, right? That's
Dicker said in the Discord chat, try to buy at the 820 test, if not VWAP. I wouldn't want anything to do with a short today. I'm opposite of you, Dickard. I don't mind shorting today if it gives me the signal.
I would say you would be standing in front of a train, but you would be also working through your signals. So if
I have a feeling, look, they broke this level overnight. I'm saying there's orders that are going to be stuck at that 5,800 around that level, that those guys are not going to be happy with it broke overnight without them in it. So I would not be a bit surprised if we came back and retested that level. And then now that level holds its support. We'll see. I'm not guaranteed that's the play because, my gosh, these orders up top are huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are big up there. So, and that could be a point where they're going to get up there and they're going to push this bad boy back down too. So, I think you just play what you see, and you don't get cute. You don't try to time the top or the bottom. That's not the way you trade this. But if you have something that tells you that, hey, this is a spot here, don't go fill. But if you have a level, let's say we get to that 35 level, which we drew. Well, we didn't draw the 35 but the 40. But let's say we get to 35 because there's about 1,200 orders sitting at that 35 level. If they don't move those out of the way, is that a possible short area? Like I said, the biggest thing you see where a lot of people blow accounts is when we've had this trend, and this has been a huge trend. We're going to actually go and draw this trend while we're at it. Been a huge trend, right? But if it breaks, it could get very interesting. So we're going to take all this in. And there's our channel. So you can see we're getting up here where, I mean, we've about got to go vertical to keep this channel going.
Yeah. Yeah. If you scroll back yesterday on that channel that we had drew.
I deleted it.
I
got rid of
deleted it.
But, yeah.
But what the point was is that once it broke down, and that's actually where your fill happened on your
Yep.
So, but it did hold support. It actually held support, broke down, came back, retested it, kind of stuck there, and then died. So
yep.
It was actually it was a very beautiful play, and that's why it took a few hours to play out.
So we'll see today. Like I said, this level here, I mean, it's pretty great, but that's a lot. I mean, it's since midnight last night, you got down to 57.68. So there's 32 and there. That's a 60 point move overnight. That's a huge move overnight. I mean, yesterday, sorry, not last.
Yesterday, yeah. So you got 2 days, 2 sessions.
But that's still a huge move in the 60 points. That's big.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but you may want to look at NQ on a more vertical chart because it's pretty wild. Remember that 20,100 level I was talking about?
Yeah.
That is a thing of the past. So 400 and something points from that level.
Yeah. Same thing too. Look at it yesterday. It was around 12, was 21.37 or so, and now we're almost 400 points up from that.
Yeah. Whew.
Yep. I am not ready to trade that today. I'll go back to yes. Remember, everybody, like, subscribe. Please like the video. We've got 6 people watching, only 4 likes. Come on, guys, we can get 6 likes here.
Yeah.
Get multiple people watching and get all these likes.
Bang bang.
We've got 10 minutes till open, and then we've got Powell speaking now. So.
Yep.
Wait for the zone. Ask if you see big orders on NQ and Bookmap, please share. I don't watch Bookmap, NQ on Bookmap. I can only watch one at a time, and I watch ES when I'm trading. So I do not watch NQ. So I cannot help you with that. And then if I do add the NQ to it, it slows it down a lot. So I try not to have multiple subscriptions going at once on it. I can pop them in and pop them out, but it takes it, a few minutes to update and everything. So.
Yeah, Bookmap is a heavy piece of software. It's powerful, but part of that power comes with I mean, it slogs down my system.
Yeah,
when
that's
I
why
was
I got it on my MacBook. So that's why I can't share it. Thanks,
Yeah.
like you still get a like. Well, I appreciate it.
There you go. Look at Dickard resources.
Dickard, why you gonna have to leave us to go watch that one, sir? That's not good. You just need to stay with
Dickard's
us.
got like 19 screens, man.
I hope so. He's pulling a lot of stuff coming through there. Let's see. Powell does not discuss monetary policy or economic outlook in brief opening remarks to New York Fed conference. There you go, Roy. You called it.
Oh man, shocker! But he's actually not the one. It's the other people. That's
Bowman makes near identical remarks on monetary policy and economic outlook to those made to the Kentucky Bankers Association. So no change. Right. I get it, Dickard. I get it.
So
Fed's
what we got?
Kugler, access to credit is critical for employment mandate.
Thanks.
How many people do we have speaking right now? Like 20?
You got Kugler, Collins, Powell, in 2 minutes. You got Williams,
Bowman.
Bowman. You got Lagarde, ECB president Lagarde speaking at the Open in 8 minutes.
Wow.
And then Barr in an hour, Kashkari in a couple hours. Shout out to Snoop on this one. You got the Mexico interest rate decision at 1 Central. No, 2 Central. Sorry, 2 Central.
So you got Williams coming up at 8:25. You also got pending home sales at 9, which could be sneaky good. Then you got Barr at 9:30, Cook at 9:30. You got Yellen at 10:15. Oh, Yellen's got to come in and see what she can do. You got the bill auctions this week, which is not really a big mover, but you do have the 7-year note auction coming in today too at once. That's another big one, right when Cash Carey's talking. So, and Barr, and right at the end of the day, you get the Fed's balance sheet, which could be interesting to see. Pay attention to the balance sheet. Let's see what the Fed's doing. See where where our money's going.
This is that GDP number. I guess is just basically just old news, right? That's what they're going off of.
It looks like all numbers were pretty much already bought in this morning because you didn't get the big move. I mean, any other day, jobless claims moves the market like crazy. GDP moves the market like crazy, and we just got a little. Well, you know what? We're good. We're already up. We're up here.
Yeah, the fact that it held is pretty impressive, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, you got all the data, and this kind of shows what the market. All data came in pretty much as expected, so you didn't really have any surprises. That's what really moves the market when you have surprises, and there really wasn't any. So
you got some European data overnight tomorrow. Just keep an eye on inflation rates and GDP growth rates and unemployment rates in various countries.
So we're getting a lot of
Spain,
rates.
Germany, France. Yeah. Another shout out to Snoop. Korea business confidence at 6 p.m. tonight. This PC. I'm trying to look. What I'm looking now is for like fundamental events that are landmines. I mean, obviously tomorrow's PCE inflation data, but the side of you have a supportive Fed right now, right? You have a supportive Fed, so inflation data will just get kind of glossed over a bit by the Fed. They're say, yeah, we're trending in the right direction. Well, continue our cut cycle or we'll hold rates a little bit. In the market right now, nice little drop here, a couple points. The market right now is.
I've got you beat. I've got 8 screens up.
8 screens.
I've got a control center here.
Yeah. Inspired by Batman.
It looks like I'm Alfred sitting here watching, like, tracking people, but it's a DC joke for all you guys. Williams does not comment on economy or monetary policy in remarks. So if we get that all day, this is going to be a technical day 100%. So just know that. Is today going to end up being a dud after we built it up about how crazy today could be, and then it's just blah?
I don't know if that's possible given the move that's already happened. So I think it's just digesting this move. The fact that it can hold this move all day would be a pretty strong signal. So the next major fundamental event after our you got PCE inflation tomorrow. I never really found it to be that big of a deal, but the next big fundamental event I think is what all eyes will be on. This will be the big mover. Is next Friday's. You got your jobs report. So all eyes are on unemployment. I'm
sharing this, and if anybody wants to look on Top Step, if you come down and hit the little trader hub, it gives you all the economic events that's coming up. Everything's important. It gives you news on the left side and all the events coming up and every day. So you have this access right at your fingertips on Top Step X.
Nice. Yeah, so next week's stuff, if you want, you've got the jobs report, jobs data coming out next Friday. So the theory I could see is you have just people, they may just let this thing run. You may have buy the dip, and then if you're looking to short anything, you're probably not wanting to stand in the way of something until an event can trigger this euphoria to slow down a bit. And to me, that event is the unemployment rate on the jobs report. So take that for what you will.
I do want to see it come back. I would love if you want to see a strong move. Now this move here, it looks strong, but it's on very little volume, right, compared to what we get in the daytime. So if you want to see a strong move, if it comes back and if it does retest this, then we bounce back up, and during the day, that's a strong move. I'm not saying this is not a strong move. I'm just saying it doesn't have the volume to back it. And what do we get at open? Do we get short sellers panic at open and close their shorts and we pop more? Is this actually shorts that's fueling this overnight by trying to raise it up so they can get some shorts and come back in and make good money on it? I mean, if I'm a long-term holder in this market, like some of these institutions are, we've got to be getting close to where I'm looking to hold some shorts for a minute, for a little bit, to see if we do come back over 5,800. I mean, it's just not only do we get over 5,800, but we're 30 points over 5,800. So
we'll see. You got the VIX too, is nearing that 15 handle.
Yep.
Yep. So it's still above it, but you're looking way up on these core positions. Maybe I buy some hedge puts to protect my profits here, right? So you may not see a sell off, but you may see an increase in puts.
And market opens. Let's see what MOO is at open. Should be interesting today. Struggling at the trend zone. Want to break it down.
Yeah.
MOO is checking.
NQ falling pretty good. I think you're going to get your VWAP test here.
One thing about financial juice this morning, it's been kind of wacky. S&P 500 plus 200 million as expected. Here's a strange one. NASDAQ came in negative 10 million.
Interesting.
And that kind of goes in with the Mag 7 negative 9 million, the Dow plus 30. So
Here's your pullback. Here comes VWAP.
yep. Let's see if we break it or what we do. We want to see a move. Would love to take a go to 1. I don't want 3. See if we break or hold. I like it so far. It's holding. It's showing actually pretty good support here. Was if it continues to do that. CBD back.
Your NQ is an orbit compared to ES as far as from VWAP. So you've got 40 more points on NQ before it tested VWAP.
Yeah, and NQ's coming back a good bit too. So. Oh, we're going to try one at right here around VWAP. But we're going to move this up.
ES's test. Probably could get a test back up to 58, 23, 25 point of control and then a failure.
I'm looking for 58, 25. So
there you go. We're at a point of control here is up there at 58.24. But we are only 2.5 minutes into the market open, so no point of rushing anything that you don't see very clear on.
Looks like it might break VWAP here. So we could start the day out negative. That seems to be a trend sometimes here on this channel.
Yeah, recently it's actually been pretty strong. Fall down all the way to 58.10, 58.08. That'd be nice. There's a little consolidation zone that it got into right around midnight.
Did you say that would stop me out of my long here, buddy? You're rooting against me now?
No, I'm just saying.
Are you my arch nemesis? You're my arch nemesis now? Is that what we're doing?
Just reading the chart. Yeah. Go State. You don't know which one though. Let's see.
VWAP is still holding. Let's see this. We still got 2.5 minutes in the candle, so
NQ has a little bit of a green candle, so it definitely came down. Let's see. Let me look at Micron. That's kind of the guy. So Micron obviously gaps up. It start coming a little red. Nothing crazy though. Let's see. NVIDIA gaps up. Again, nothing crazy.
Apple there on the video. Instead of taking the long at VWAP, we should have took the short on the trend break.
I had a rejection of VWAP and it's coming down, but NQ's ticking up. So this could be a false move if NQ doesn't participate. Oh, no. NQ's ticking down now.
Yeah.
Let me check old Tidy Boy. As expected. Calls way up. Puts are rising and volume is in favor of the puts on general market tide. SPY
CBD
holdings,
is 11,000 plus.
11,000 plus. Okay.
Yeah, wow. It was plus 11,000, but it was overinflated overnight. I did not reset it this morning, so.
NQ's approaching VWAP. It's about 10 points away. So
now, if it rejects VWAP here, I'm in trouble. If it breaks back above it, we could get the play back to the 25 area, which would put us right in line with our trend zone, which will give us a test there. Right now, it's not wanting to break back above VWAP, but CBD is over 11,000.
NQ under VWAP now on this candle. I'm
gonna grab a drink real quick. Right back. Yep. I mean, like literally 2 seconds.
We'll see if it closes above the VWAP here on this 3-minute candle I have. It's about 20 seconds for NQ. Sorry, not ES, for NQ. And it's hovering right there. Right there. Doesn't look like it wants to close. It's going to close below it.
Yeah,
So you had a NQ on a VWAP close below it, but you could see the recovery here. So let's see what it does.
We rushed that one a little bit.
Does it pop back up? You're not seeing a spike in VIX here. Have a little move, but nothing suggesting that the VIX is out the dial. Here comes NQ retesting VWAP maybe here shortly. Yeah, you said it right. People that missed the overnight move, what were they going to do? And then people that cashed in on the overnight move, what were they going to do? They were, looks like you got some profit taking right at the open.
Yeah, it's annoying that I call it, and then we get the break, and it was what 58.23. I mean, it could have got a nice 8 point move off that move down, but back above VWAP, CBD is popping. We might actually take another long.
NQ's battling VWAP here. It looks like it's going to give us an answer here shortly. But now NQ and ES are basically aligned on their VWAPs, so we don't have to worry about one being way above the other or away from it. It's always nice when they get them lined up again.
When the boys play good together, is that what we're looking at?
Yeah.
Looking for the boys to play good together.
They're on the same page now, so now I can just follow one chart. I did take a long and a combine on that VWAP break back up. So
everybody can see I did too. I'm looking for it to go to high of day, which would get us close to $600. We'll just put a screen. We would actually lock this bad boy up for the day if we get there. CBD is 12,400 now. It's rising. 25, you've got a bunch of orders there. So 58.25 could be the wall unless they move them up.
So I've got to take profit at 58.23.
So you can see it's actually 58.24. You got these, they're stacked. So you want to see these move up, which they actually are some now. You know what we're going to do? We're going to move this sell order up to where roughly these 1,000 orders are sitting in around the 58.30 plus area. And then I would love just to trail this up and see if we can get a good move on it. Typically around the 9 o'clock range is when we see our true trend. So
you got ES retesting VWAP here.
Yeah.
And Q not quite testing VWAP, but it's a little battle here.
5 minute NQ is back above VWAP on the 5 minute.
Good deal.
And then ES is just struggling with VWAP now, so we might start back-to-back red trades. We're going to leave it here. If it breaks this candle, I'm going to wait till 9 before I get anything else. We're going to take a break. CBD is coming back to 11,000, so this is probably something to take me out here. It's okay. So why don't we have stop losses? We'll live to fight another day.
NQ testing VWAP again. Looks like it's under it.
Yeah, here we go. Just took me out again. It's 0 for 2 to start the day, guys. 0 for 2. $493 down on the day. So that's a no. So we're going to do the old, I'm going to take a break. We're not trading anything for a few minutes here. We'll wait till closer to 9 and see if we can get this move back down to here. I would still love that move. I've been calling that all day. I don't know why I keep trying to long it early. So CBD's 11.7. So CBD's not running away. I probably could reset it and get a play here. But see, and it's hard to go. You could go candle by candle here if you did, and that was actually a very good. Your candle by candle would have been the short from there to there, and you can see we got right in the middle of it and rejected down. So that is we missed that play. So at this point, if you do short here, you're chasing. So I'm not going to chase. Oh my gosh, Apple is just, ooh. The Apple chart looks about like this ES chart right here.
Yeah, I was just say that they came in and they started selling pretty quick. So the profit takers were the question. Now, got Nvidia starting to tick back up. Calls are ripping on Tide. Sorry, I just looked over there. So on SPY Holdings, calls are ripping, and yeah, interesting. General market Tide, we had puts start to move up on that move down, but now call volume is way up. So you're getting the upside bets coming in. And
You draw this from that consolidation period last night to the high. You can see we're coming on the 50. Oh, what you doing there? Oh, that was your hand. I didn't know what that was. I thought that was your beard. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, it just went fully woolly mammoth on you.
It's all good.
Let's see. 2,300 there. Flo is saying you got to buy the dip moment happening right now on the option side of things.
And it could be again, but I'm taking a time out here from trading. So
very, very smart. I wish I was better about that because it has cost me quite a bit.
Yeah, I put myself in a 15-minute timeout. So we're a few minutes in that. So it is what it is. You've got to learn to be disciplined in this game, and this is me being disciplined in this game, hard as it is. I want to go long again and actually leave more room. I probably should have left a little more room on the longs to play anyway, but played a little conservative. So, oh my gosh, Roy, I've got a call. I don't know what's up with people calling me during this time. Like they know better, but this is one I actually need to take because this might be important. There's only a few.
No worries. I'll hold it.
Grab it real fast, and I'll be right back.
Yep. So I'm liking a move back up here, at least a VWAP retest, and then see if it breaks. Flo is suggesting a move up, but again, that can take some time to play out. Puts are rising, calls are rising together. Total volume is in favor of calls. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. Kind of looking around the market real quick. If anything pops up, sticking out the side. Wow, Tesla, 259. I'm sure it was higher before I saw that, but yeah, I got 262 pre-market. Micron's holding its gains, 112.42. It spiked up to 114.80 at the open, but it looks like it's now found its footing. Looks like the market's found its footing, starting to tick back up. NQ back above VWAP. We're going to be testing an 8 ribbon on the 3-minute. Yeah, Dickard, I got long too and got smacked. You get those big moves up in pre-market, and then you get that first pullback at the open, and it's just like, I gotta get in as fast as possible. And those trades, more often than not, harm me than they do help me. That's that FOMO that still working through. Still working through. So you got NQ still flirting with VWAP, but not exactly breaking above it. So it's kind of getting some mixed signals. Flows charging up on calls on the general side. Yeah, kind of a tough one to trade. Just keep it going. See if you can finally NQ now slightly below VWAP. It's pretty much forming a little bit of an indecision candle here. Micron with a drop under 112 is now 111.82. I have that one on watch. I'd like a little taste of that if it looks healthy. What's my other guy? Wow. Let's see Dell's chart. Looks like it's fine at top. So let's let that cool off a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in this 3-minute close on NQ. It's just kind of battling VWAP, and it's now going to be closing below it. So we'll see how that. Looks like strong move down on that close below it. So you're kind of looking at a little bit of a flag forming right at VWAP, bear flag forming right at VWAP, and now we're under VWAP. So you could get a push down here. Flow does not. Calls just cooled off a little bit, puts are rising a bit. So you could get a temporary push down here.
All right, I'm back.
Hello. You got a little bit of action here on NQ. It's nasty candles on NQ. You got a VWAP rejection, and down it goes. Low a day.
So for you,
Low.
love it when you get a call and
market.
somebody just rambles. I got the call, somebody just rambles, they're rambling. And I was like, I'm live now, right? And they're like, oh, I forgot all about that. Like, okay, I'll talk to you later.
Hit with the Led Zeppelin song, Ramble On. Just put it on repeat.
CBD is still 12,500. So, what's Tide showing?
Yeah, Tide has a drop in calls now. He had a pretty big drop in calls.
Do you want to share your?
Yeah. My bad. I'm blame it on the hurricane. Where we at? Market Tide. There you go. So you see puts are kind of coming out from the sneaky, right? Sneakily jumping up. You may get a push up here if calls recover. You got NQ looking like it wants to retest VWAP again.
So we're sharing Tide, so they can see your Tide flow there.
Right. So as you can see, the put volume started right out the gate, even though call premium jumped up, and then it really started to align, and it took over as more people bought the dip. This is the general market high. Now you see calls kind of ticking up, puts are ticking up, and then here's your SPY holdings. So you're having kind of a fall here on the premium, and you're seeing a little drop in the volume. So there's your Tide update. We'll continue to monitor that. NQ's dropping now.
CBD is 13,000.
So that went up. Is that
CBD
right?
is up on this move down, yes.
Yeah, so Tide is still showing downtick on calls, but I imagine if that can flip, we could have our buy the dip moment.
Oh my goodness. Look at 58.10. Got the order sitting there.
You're still sharing Tide, so flip it all back.
Ooh. Ooh. 900 orders sitting there. 243 sitting above it in the hundreds. I mean, you've got a ton of orders sitting there. So let's see if they hold. That's the key. If they hold, Tide's actually coming. I mean, not Tide. CBD's coming back some now. It's 12.5, 12.6. I would love to see this
Tide
test.
is as well. Calls continue to drop, puts her kind of stuck, but not falling.
Interesting here. So very interesting. This is one of those what do you do moments.
The orders are telling you where it wants to go. Flow is weakening on the call side. You could get a pop and reject here. So do you get another test of VWAP and rejection, and then it goes back, and then it goes down to 58.10?
I mean, you got 1,000 orders sitting there now. 1,006. Okay, they just moved some. Moved them up.
Now, does that act as support, right? An idea of, I can buy and know that there's at least support down there.
That is my thought, yes. CBD is climbing back up close to 13,000 again. We've got a minute and a half left in this candle. We're coming back. Looks like we're going to test, or it wants to test VWAP again. So we're going to use VWAP as our pivot point here. So if we get a close above, we might look to long. If we close back below, we might look to short on the rejection again. But we won't get much out of it, I don't think, unless they move those orders off 58.10. They're building back up to almost 900 orders now. So you got what you got there. You got a big boy playing there, and then you got people that are popping in and out at it. You got one person or one institution that's leaving those orders around, looks like it's around 700 or so. And then you got orders popping in and out on it. Back up to right at 1,000 orders again.
Yeah, say VWAP is holding strong right now. As far as
once it came back below, that was but we're not getting a move off of it. So is this are we getting a bear flag here? Is this a flag reversal?
Right.
That's what you always got to figure out. Is it a bear flag or a flag reversal?
So Apple
Tide is popping up a little, I see.
Yeah, little curl up. If you look at Apple, and it looks like it may have found a bottom at 225.50 and bounced pretty strongly, and now it's kind of battling 226.50.
CBD over 13,000.
Oh, looks like it wants to go up, and then it comes smack down. There you go. So are they going to tap that 58.10? And let's say theoretically it gets down to 58.10, you'd be looking to do a long if it held that. Can you hear me?
Sorry, I had you muted. Yes.
Okay.
If it holds, I will look to long. If it breaks, I'll look to short. Back to the 5,800, 58, 57.96 area. Right now, it's holding. Right now, the 50 fib is holding like a champ. So. This
Be
is
something if it held here.
5840 has 466 orders sitting at it now.
Something if it held here, went all the way back up to the trend zone, and then rejected and came down.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm leaning long again.
Yeah. You got flow ticking up on both calls and puts, so that you're getting, again, some indecision there. SPY holdings, calls are weakening. This actually setting up for, to be honest, it's setting up for a move down in my just kind of looking at flow. That is not an endorsement to short, but that SPY holdings.
We're getting conflicting indicators here. So that's why, if you notice, I'm not in the trade at this moment. So
I think SPY is getting influenced. The SPY holdings is getting influenced by Apple. And actually, Amazon. Have you looked at Amazon's chart? Amazon went red and is.
You
nasty.
mean the only two red Max 7s?
You like that? I can
That's
pick
them. That's the only two that are red. And they're not, I mean, percentage-wise, they're not red by much.
Yeah. But even look at Meta's chart on the open, right? It's green for the day, but it's
Apple is weak again today, so this is kind of looking like the market. Apple's holding us there, so we'll see. I don't know. It's CBD is back up almost 13,000 again, so we're coming up on the 382. So did we get a VWAP test again?
A little downtick on puts on general market tide and on calls, so that could be what you're could start to clear out. You're getting a potential MACD curve forming in the next 10-15 minutes.
Well, if you look, you got all them EMAs are going straight down and VWAP is turned down. So
yeah,
and you're possibly going to get the 8 breaking VWAP to the downside here soon. So that is definitely a bearish indicator if that happens.
And again, another move up just can't quite break VWAP. I mean, it got about 3 ticks away from it and then just started turning back down again.
Yep. Bowman, I would like an as small as possible Fed balance sheet. Okay,
cool.
They've actually cleared some orders to the upside here. This is kind of interesting. This looks like almost like they cleared the door for it to go to 58.35 again.
Well, it looks like that is the case.
It's almost like it told us what it was fixing to do, huh?
Yeah, it did. So we got a break.
$30
candle going above VWAP and call spiked. Yeah, you can see it on Tide. Yeah, call spiked right up there.
Let's look at Tide real quick and see that. That is
just bloop. Matches the chart.
So we'll go back to mine.
So
I'm gonna actually
Yeah, you could get a VWAP retest here, which it looks like it almost did, and kind of see the legitimacy of that move.
CBD is 13.70 coming back.
NQ had a perfect VWAP test and rejection, so it never broke above.
We're going
That's a nasty
to
candle.
take a short here. This is just a hunch here, so don't, please, nobody follow me on this, but I've got a hunch.
Yeah,
My hunch could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't agree with that one. Sorry. The VWAP
Well, that's
on
wrong.
NQ seems to be a problem, but if NQ can break VWAP on the upside here, you may make it a strong move, but that is a nasty candle. That was a nasty candle. Puts rising, so that solves your, that's playing into your thesis. Buy holdings dropping
Doesn't solve
continually.
it yet.
This plays into the thesis. Your MACD is turning though, so if you get a push up here, you're going to get a MACD cross up, which should be a bullish signal. You got NQ still battling VWAP. It can't break above it at the moment.
CBD's coming down hard. It got up over 14,000. It's back to 13,000 now.
I mean, ES is battling VWAP. NQ is, good ways away from it now.
I forgot we had U.S. pending home sales. So came in at 70.6. Previous was 70.2. So a tick up on that. Pending home sales changed month over month was 0.6. Forecast was 1%. Previous was negative 5.5%. So
had that kind of rise as well.
And we're just going to chill here for a moment and see what we get. CBD below 13,000. The VIX is 1530. It's a nice little uptrend here. It's up above a level I had on them. So if VIX can hold here, CBD continues to drop. We should get that 5810 test. If we get the 5810 test and break, we are going back to where my take profit is down here. So, in my opinion, nothing's guaranteed, right? But that's just my opinion on it.
That call's kind of trending up, kind of zigzagging its way up. Put's kind of zigzagging its way up. Yeah, nothing real clear here. You're getting a little ES push down here from VWAP.
We're going to move our stop to the top of that candle.
Apple's breaking upward here. I think you may get a quick reversal if Apple keeps pushing up, because it's starting to push up now. But again, Tide is suggesting that you're on the right side of the move. Holdings continue to drop as puts rise. Calls are dropping.
Puts are rising. We still have all these orders sitting at 5710 down here. So look, we still got 700 orders sitting there. And this 50 level on the field, it just broke. Here we go. Come on, baby, give it to me. Give it to me.
There it goes. Yeah.
You got orders at 5,800. We're gonna move this up to 58. We might drop it down. We're gonna bring you down to here now. So we're guaranteed a little bit on this trade, if nothing else.
Calls dropped off a cliff. NQ dropped below 20,400. It's now retesting that.
Yeah, I don't love this move though, because they stepped in. You had order step in. It's going to take me out here probably for a small gain, and we'll have to look for a re-entry point. Came right down to the 618 and bounced. I mean, to the T. Yes, I am aggressive on my trailing stops right now, just because I don't want this trade to turn red. So
Could have a trend down still though. Calls off a cliff, puts up, and they crossed on general market tide.
ooh,
However,
yeah,
volume is still quite a bit in favor of calls, but they did fall. The premiums did
CVD
fall.
just broke 10,000. It's 9,800 right now.
Market tide for holdings is just disgusting. You're about to get put volume taking over calls.
You got your 8 break of VWAP. Now it looks like you're fixing to get your 13 break, which is more bearish. Come on. CVD's holding 98. They're moving orders down though, so a sign.
Apple not really following this move, so I'm going to guess somebody else is. Nvidia.
Yeah, Nvidia has a
really
nice.
that bad.
Nvidia's going to test its or blow. It looks like.
Microsoft went red.
CVD is 9,400 now, so it's slowly coming down. Had a big drop, now it's slowly coming down. Holding 95 now, so we'll see. Orders are at 58.05. I'm gonna actually move this back down because we're gonna try to trail it down if it comes all the way back. Let's see if we can get a big move on it. Still slightly red on the day overall, but no matter what happens in this trade, we've cut into that. CVD is breaking 9,000 now. It's 8,900.
TIE holdings dropping on calls, puts slight.
Yeah, we're suggesting we're finna get another good drop here. 8,500.
So
not getting continuation down.
Yeah, you're getting buyers stepping in, but we'll see if 58.10 became resistance now. Yeah, it's kind of struggling.
58.05. You can see you got all these orders. You got 400 orders sitting there. So tide is still 85, 86. So we're not getting any more move on it yet on the tide. I mean on CVD. Sorry, I don't know. You've got tide on mine.
You see the drastic change in calls. Premiums just dropped off a cliff. And then holdings look like they just went. Oh no, they're back green. But the volume is basically even now between them all. NQ just popped about just back over 20,400, pushing higher. But
we're getting seeing our streams lagging a slight bit, so we are getting an error message now, which is always, I love to see it every day.
It's part of your day now. What do I
do? Knew I'd fix it.
What
We've got a nice delay now on it, so should get a nice little. I would expect to get a green candle here, and then maybe a move back down. We'll see if they can keep it green or if it kind of pops up a little and fades down. CVD still holding 85, just dropped to 84. It's 8,400.
Yeah. SPX psych level 5750 right now.
Led said that he rode with that on the short with a SPY put. Inverse Roy indicators coming in hot today.
Wait till my college football picks.
Oh, we get that today, don't we? Are you ready for that today?
No, but give me about till the end of the stream, and I will be ready.
Because we will not be on tomorrow. We are our new schedule Monday through Thursday, and it just took me out there. So we got a little bit on that trade. Could have got more on it. CBD's back to 9. I would love it to come back up here and test this area again. I would probably short again.
Calls are slightly rising and puts slightly ticking down on holdings. On general market side, puts spiking and calls spiking. So nothing like both sides getting their bets in.
Yeah, I really want to see 15. Right below that. That's what I want to see. 58, 14, 50. Decker said he rode that short as well. Took half, another half just stopped out for a little bit of break even. Still a loss for the day, but that made up some. Same here. Still down on the day. We made up 100-something bucks on that trade. Could have had more, but tried to ride it out.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. We got 9 likes. Like, subscribe. We here the next few weeks we should be seen by more people. Doing a little promotion with YouTube to see if this works out. So if we can get some viewers in here. Trying to get to that 100 viewers so we can do our giveaway.
Hooray!
Yeah, I'm gonna move that down to 14. CBD's climbing back up, 9,000. So we might get this test here. Still got a ton of orders sitting up at 58.35 area. 58.10, they brought some of them back. 5800, you got a couple hundred orders. Lovely. That was a great trade. If I should have been in 2 of them, and that would have made up my loss, and we would have scaled 1. And I just didn't feel 100% comfortable with it right there, to be honest with you. Not gonna lie. Oh, that ought to be great. CNN will begin experimenting in October with a subscription model. I am not subscribing to CNN.
Yeah, they tried that.
Unless you want to be a sponsor, CNN. If you want to be a sponsor, we'll talk.
Got calls rising, puts rising. But yeah, I thought they tried that and it flopped. So I guess they're giving it a go again.
Everything is subscription based now. You know how that goes. So. Hey, Snoop, instead of sending us a message went off, join the stream and talk to us, brother. How about that? Calling out Snoop on the live stream today.
There you go. That's a daily checklist. Check. Let's see.
Well, I gave Led a compliment yesterday, and obviously he never heard it because I never got a response from him on it. So, Led, if you didn't miss yesterday, go back and watch. I gave you a compliment. As your one, you get.
One and done. You got a bit. Okay. So going back, we had 58.10 as a level. We're now kind of dancing above it, testing it. Now, does that stay as support, or does that?
No, because Bookmap changed. The reason I had that as a support because there were orders sitting there, so many, and those. They actually did not get moved. Those 700 orders got bought up, and that's why we kind of got that pop there. So they ate them up quick.
So you're battling with the 8 ribbon on the 3-minute below. That's trending down below VWAP. So
I'm just keeping the short right below the 8. So on the 5 minute.
Yeah. I think it kind of formation is saying we're going to do a VWAP retest here.
The 13 is actually crossing VWAP now. So we've got one left, the 21 to cross it. Then we turn bearish. So for the trend. And look, this could be one of those days where we kind of trend down, pop, trend down, pop, trend down, pop, trend down, pop.
Yeah.
Till we get to this level down here. So we're going to put this at that 96 level. And we'll let it ride. We are in this trade now. It rejected decently off the 8 so far. We need more of a move down. CVD is 88, 80, 8,500, 8,600. Just got a couple hundred drop there. Let's see. We're going to pull this stop down. If we pop above the 21, it's invalid, so we'll put it right above the 21.
Yeah, NQ battling 20,400. It's now below it. Puts are ticking up. Calls are ticking down.
CVD is 8,400 now, so it's trending down. Well, this is a few days in a row we've actually called the move pre-market and didn't trade the move pre-market.
Yep. It's hard though. It's hard saying it's going to drop when all it's done for 9 hours before we wake up is go up.
Yeah, but that's the move it gives you though, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's battling the 8 on the 3 minute now. You're getting a MACD kind of cross up if this can keep ticking up for the next few minutes.
So when you watch the MACD, do you is a higher time frame not what you're looking for on the MACD, or is the MACD good on a 3 minute time frame?
Yeah, so for me, the MACD on a 3 minute is perfect because that's what we're trading, right? We're not trading for. If you go like an hour MACD, then it could take you 3 hours to get that play out, which you don't really want to be in any sort of leveraged instrument like futures for more than an hour or so, unless you're super confident in the move or scaled appropriately. As far as sizing, so yeah, so I got a rejection here at the 8, but yeah, you're you can kind of I can send a screenshot on the channel what I'm kind of looking at, and you can see where it crosses down. Let's do this. Draw a little on it, but again, it's just kind of a momentum indicator. It's not a there you go, that, and then that. You can see how it aligns with the chart. Done. Let's throw this on the general chat. I wish we could do this on YouTube.
Oh, I've got it. I thought you were going to share it on your screenshot right there where your tide is. I pulled that up.
Oh, yeah. Look at you. Yeah, let's do that. So Control C.
CVD is breaking 8,000. Hey, let's look at your search history.
So yeah, you can see. So it's a 3 minute chart. You can see here. You have. Well, that doesn't look right. That's SPX. Here's the S. I was like, wait a minute. Interesting. We'll go back to that here shortly. But yeah, you see you had your cross here. which corresponds with there. And then you're kind of having a little cross formation as this stuff's kind of chopping about. So you can tell within the next probably 10 minutes or so, we'll either trend down and this will just keep trending down, or yeah, it'll cross and then you'll see a
CVD
move. But
7,000.
let's go back. Let's go back to SPX here. Where did that go? Do I not have SPX in here? You guys can see all my stuff. Let's just search it. So SPX, I mean, that shows trade review. What are you doing? So this is nice because it ignores all the noise from pre-market or from extended hours. And so you got a cross here, which you're seeing this channel basically forming on ES or on SPX. So do you get a breakout out of that, or do you get a breakdown? To test this guy, 5-day moving average, about 30 points away. Not likely, but
Interesting.
yeah. So you got all sorts of ways to look at this stuff. So these are all my EMAs on ES. The yellow is the 20-day that we're 100 points ahead or 150 points ahead, and we're 30 points above the 5-day. And so you see the just the 8 is holding right now. It's just riding it down, so it can't quite break it. So that's why your MACD hasn't crossed, and your MACD may not cross. It may just keep pushing down as your RSI is slightly at the bottom range, but it can still push lower.
CVD just broke below 7,000. This is 6,800.
So those are the things I'm looking at. It's obviously weak, but it's going to ride that. Looks like it wants to ride that ribbon, and then you switch over to Tide, and you see, whoa, right? It's doing its thing. Puts are off the dial now, but you can see volume still in calls side.
I'm gonna transition away real quick. I just realized that you're what I named the room today in Video Ninja.
Not inaccurate.
Look, I try to give a good description when I name. I gotta name these rooms every day, so I try to be creative today. You got to be careful with that going forward if we're going to share your time. Still in this short. We're 225 up on it. We're still down $100 for the day so far. Trying to get this break. Hopefully we get this break. CVD is 6,700, 6,600. Let's see if we get this move down that I want to get. 6,500, 62.
There goes.
56. So there was orders there. They just moved them all the way down to 5,800. We're going to actually move this take profit up to 5,800. And then we're going to pull this bad boy down to here. Now we're guaranteed another 125 on the trade. CVD is holding 56. So we got a good drop there. Then it kind of leveled out. So Israel says it will receive 8.7 billion US aid package to support ongoing military efforts. Wow. Yellen is speaking out her tail. Yeah, it will be necessary to get deficits down to keep interest costs manageable. Over time, if we stay on the path, rates we decline to neutral. The last mile on inflation is housing. There appears to be an expectation among the Fed that rates come down further. And the labor market inflation suggests we're on the path to a soft landing. CVD is 5,000. So are we fixing to get another drop here? It's kind of popped back up a little, 52, but You're tight. My gosh, those puts are just fixing to go off your screen.
Yeah, they're flying. That's the general market, and then your SPY holdings. It's this line here is your zero line, and you can't see it on the stream, but once your one side goes below the zero line, it could be a pretty strong signal.
CVD just broke 5,000 to 48. Looks like it wants to come to 4,700. We're going to move it to here. So now we're guaranteed 250. So if we get stopped out, we've made up more than 100% of our, I mean, everything but $100 pretty much. So this might be a little aggressive on this stop. CVD's 4,400. So I'm thinking we're fixing to get another little move down. Unless they can hold it here. You got
General
a lot of
market, as I say, general market tide just went to zero line on calls. Puts are just flying. So, but your volume did take a hit. Yeah, your volume took a hit.
CVD's creeping up a tad bit, 47. Not really running up, so 45. Still suggesting we got more downside. If 5,800 breaks, boys and girls, we got a very nice move to the downside. Probably 57.90, 57.80.
It's an amazing. It's amazing what 1 hour can do to the market, right? Yeah, an hour ago we're looking at 58.30, just testing that top, looking like we got another move, possibly continuation. Data releases, market barely budges from that giant.
That was a strange look this morning.
Yeah.
5,800 is heating up more. And you can see you got all these orders right around 5,800. You got right at 300 sitting on 58, but you're starting to see these pop like 57.99. You're seeing these orders come down. I want to see the 5,800 break. We're going to get aggressive again on this stop. We're going to put it at the top of that candle. If it was to stop us out here, we would possibly re-enter here anyway. So that's why I'm moving it pretty aggressive, because we can re-enter pretty quick if we get a move, and then to save a few bucks. So CVD's fixing to break 4,000. Just did the 3,800. It's coming down. The orders are building at 5,800. There's 538 sitting there now. I got a feeling if we hit it, it's going to be like it was earlier, where it just buys those orders up real quick, and we get another little move past it, and then we'll follow the trail down with it. If it breaks, it's back above 4,000 now, so we're not getting.
Holy cow! I just looked at tide. Look at tide.
Wow, we might get this move after all.
Calls
CVD is 3,700. It's coming down pretty good now. 38, 39, 37. It's kind of bouncing around there at the second. They pull some of those orders at 5,800. We had 500 something sitting there. Now we got 283. Did they move them up? They move them down. They move them out. What they do with them? That market tide is, guys, I'm going to share that. That is.
You see a little tick on the upside there right at the end, but that's and that little tick, when you have those dramatic falls, can cause these like kind of jumps in the S for 5-6 points. So you have to be very careful. But yeah, it's a beast move there. Holdings
CVD got back above 4,000.
Yeah, let's say
Bar is speaking. The dollar pledge discount window since 2003. The Fed's exploring large bank requirement on minimum liquidity. Ooh, that's a little bearish, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, he just came out of nowhere off the top rope on that one, didn't he? Let's go back. We're going to slide back over to my chart here. We're testing low a day again. If we break this, CBD's back under 4,000 now. 5,800 still our spot to watch for. If we get that break, we get a tumble.
Interesting enough, Apple's kind of holding up here. I mean, it's red, but it's definitely not.
You say that, and it's making an ugly red on this 5 minutes.
Yeah, now it is. You look at Nvidia though. Nvidia is the one that I think is really telling.
I mean, Nvidia is the market mover, guys.
Yeah.
Nvidia moves everything right now. What percent of is Nvidia SPY holdings? What is that? Do you know?
I can look it up real quick. It's I haven't looked it up in a while, but Nvidia SPY holdings percent. Gemini gonna try and give me something. Who knows how dated that is? Stock analysts. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Nvidia is 6% of the S&P 500, or is the SPY holding 6%. Apple 7% and Microsoft 6.5. Apple at 7.1%.
Right.
So between Apple, Microsoft, and Nvidia, that is 20% of your SPY. Those three. Fourth is Amazon at 3.74%. Let me look at the.
Well, there's a reason why the Max 7 is the Max 7, right? That's
correct.
There's a reason they're called the Max 7.
On the Qs, Nvidia is 7%, 7.6% of the Qs. Apple is the top at 8.87%, and Microsoft second at 8.19%. So again, between those three,
20, almost 25% of it.
Yeah, a quarter of Qs are just in those three. Surprisingly, number 4, I don't think you'd ever guess it because I wouldn't guess it. Broadcom, 5.37%.
Really?
Here you go, yeah. Then it's Amazon, Meta, Tesla, Costco, Google. Google essentially is 5% because it's split between two tickers, 2.4%.
CBD's back above 3,000. Sold at 3,000 right now. 5,800 is still our spot to watch here. Like I said, this might take us out. If it does, we're going to re-enter at the 8 again as a short. Right now, there's nothing telling me to long this market until we get down to this level. And you can see if you look out, I think Roy kind of mentioned earlier this level here, this consolidation overnight. And that's where we're struggling. And you got another consolidation right at 5,800 overnight. So CBD just popped a little to 3,200. So we might stop us out here. Just flirting with it. It's not wanting to. It's kind of playing with us, toying with us a little bit here. We're getting closer to it taking us out. We're 2 ticks away from a stop hitting.
Yeah, you're getting a little bit of life on calls on Tide, but nothing. And the volume looks like it got to 0 and then it spiked up, but still premiums are way below.
And it's curling back down now, right?
Yeah, I got a slight curl back down. Holdings, a little bit nastier on holdings. Holdings kind of showing it coming through.
There you go. It took us out. So we're down $60 on the day now. We're going to see if we can re-enter a short right there at the 8 if it hit it. And then we would move our stop above, right above VWAP if that happens. If this one fills, we're in it.
So
we're going to move our stop up a tad bit in case it runs us out.
we got flow. Not suggesting any sort of reversal, but it is showing life on the call side.
CBD popped back to 3,900, so we got that move. It was showing that move. We got stopped out. That's the reason we had the stop there. I mean, we'd be right back in the play, but we're actually up a little bit now considering where we were. So it's probably $75 and $100 difference if this does play out.
So getting a move now above the 8 on the 3 on ES.
You got Cook talking. I am optimistic AI can boost productivity. Let's go back to the AI train. I noticed that Biden was speaking a lot about AI yesterday too. Like he knows anything about AI, but he was speaking about AI. Somebody told him to speak about AI.
All right. Well, it's just odd that they kind of, I don't know. That seems a bit odd to discuss a sector like that. But
well, you see that they had the announcement yesterday. I guess OpenAI is they changed went from nonprofit to profit. So
yeah, it's kind of scary.
They did that, and at the same time, all these announcements with the federal officials talking about AI. Coincidence?
Right. Mm-hmm. You got to push up, and that actually caused a MACD cross here. So
yeah, I still like. I see your calls are up a little, your puts are down. CBD has popped back up to 4,700. I still don't like this move to sustain. That's why I've got my stop loss a good bit above VWAP. I could be proven wrong here, and if I do, hey, we're still better off than we were a minute ago. So I'm actually tempted to add one at the 13 to this short.
Yeah. Yeah, NQ kind of tests its 8 ribbon, but it's a pretty good candle on NQ.
You got VWAP and the 21 on top of each other on the 5-minute here. So if we test that, I will add a short to it and see if we can get the move down. Oh, there you go. We're getting a pop. 52. CBD is popping like a son of a gun. We need to rethink my thought process here.
Yeah, NQ has now entered that ribbon on the 8. So you kind of have a make or break moment here for it. ES drastically approaching VWAP. Or I should say rapidly approaching VWAP. Yeah, NQ is coming down off of that initial test of the 8, but not really breaking down. So
let's look at the 1 minute here. 1 minute showing a pattern. Well, cup. So if it breaks back down, interesting. They got close to my. And here I want to keep it right below VWAP. I got close to adding one there, but it hadn't done it yet. It's a few ticks away from it. We might get a pop. If we do get a pop, it might go right above VWAP and come back. So that's going to be the tail. And it might trend back up the rest of the day. We are in it for a minute, so we'll do some rhyming for you.
Oh. NQ did struggle with that 8. It's showing a rejection there.
Yeah, ES didn't quite get to my order and has rejected back down, of course. Look on the 1 minute. Just testing the EMA clouds.
Apple's causing this move.
Apple, yeah, with a nice move there.
Yeah. So
NVIDIA with a little pop. The VIX is rising again. It got up to high was 1546. So it opened. It's a little green on the day. Here comes the move down. We're going to go on to kill this buy order here because, well, we're in the green now. So let's see what happens. Can it get the move down? We're looking for this break here. It breaks the 5803. We should get the move I want to get. They're moving orders below 5805 for the first time in a minute. You got some there, but let's go back here and look. You got 5805 here. You can see they're moving these orders down. CVD just tanked below 4,000. It just dropped about 1,200 points.
Tide suggesting move down, calls dropping, put slightly rising.
We're at a spot where we're kind of struggling to break below. So
yeah, this has kind of been the support area so far.
Yeah, it has been. So this is the break.
This is that kind of that cluster overnight.
We got a slight lag on this. We're getting close to the end of the stream, so
yeah.
We shall see. Come on, we need one more like. We need double-digit likes today. Double-digit likes.
Let's do it. I'll call up one of my Indian buddies.
We've had 20 viewers, and we only got 9 likes. Come on, guys. We can do better than this. Do. Love it, love it, love it. Apple's coming back. NVIDIA's coming back. VIX is spiking. NQ kind of like ES, kind of the spot, the lower day. If we can get a break, we should get a nice move down. Let's get a decent day here. A decent day. CBD's back up above 4,000, so it's creeping up again. We're not getting the move down.
No, you're not. I think you may have got a head fake there.
They just can't push it down. They can't take complete control because you got these daggum dip buyers that step in all the time. Let us trend down. Let us trend down.
Is there a speaker on right now?
You got Cook. And they're all about AI. AI has potential for negative employment impacts. Okay, then.
Make sure we're down.
Tonight is Thursday. Oh, Howard, did you watch the Bad Monkey? I did not watch it last night. I did not watch it. I was on the Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix. They drag it out, boy. I think it's 6 episodes. Like y'all could do this in 10. And then I watched so on Bryson DeChambeau's channel on YouTube, he does a Breaking 50 series. He's done it with President Trump. He's done it with John Daly. He's done it with a lot of good golfers. Well, he does it this time with, y'all know, some of my favorite YouTube golfers. Bob Does Sports.
Oh, yeah.
It is everything you thought it would be. It is just phenomenal. I laugh so hard. Bryson's big into health. So he's got a snack bag, and it's all like healthy snacks, right?
Yeah.
So he keeps getting different healthy snacks for Bob to try. And Bob's like, not for me. And every time he does it, it's just like a different reaction. And the funniest one is like chocolate. It's a chocolate like protein bar.
Yeah.
And he's eating. He's like, nah. And I was like, what does it taste like? He's like, chocolate sandpaper. Chocolate sandpaper. It's just the different stuff, and it's a no for me. It's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. It's hilarious. It's worth the watch.
Getting another test to move up here.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good move off of that drop to.
Yeah, we want to see. So this candle is very new, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's look back at these candles here. Let's give a little candle test, a little candle education here. So you had this big bullish candle here. Then you got a bearish engulfing. So if this candle can close as a bullish engulfing, then that actually signifies that we could have a reversal and we could go back up, right? But what you want to watch, this candle being as new as it is, you want to see if it leaves a wick. So if it comes up here and then wicks back down, that tells you that we're getting another move down. In my opinion, that's what it typically does. So pay attention to the upper side of this candle when it closes, and that's going to give you indication if you should be bullish or bearish, in my opinion.
Yep. Let's see what Tide's doing. Tide. It's one of those that if calls really start to get momentum, as beaten down as they've been, and the market's still staying above 5,800, you could see a very, very strong move up.
Right. And this candle's kind of not looking as bullish as it was a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
If they turn this candle green, we're getting a move down to 5,800. Easy. Red. Look, there he goes. Let's see if they can close it down here.
Ooh, nasty candle.
Yeah, this is definitely a continuation down candle so far. A continuation down candle. It's so far this candle gives me confirmation we're in the right trade, and we probably should have added another one to it. CVD all the way back 3,000, and there it is. So now we've still got a minute and 45 seconds. So let's see how this candle plays out. If we get the 5,800 test, CVD is 2,800.
So you're going to get a reaction on a move down like that. So we'll see how strong that reaction up is.
5,800. Oh, we need
this is a bit wild. I mean, obviously we're seeing the move in ES and we're following ES, but earlier I told you look up NQ and pre-market. We were at 20,530. We're currently at 20,298.
Right. And look at this Apple candle on the 5-minute. My goodness, it's ugly.
Yeah.
That's showing a reversal. So if it can continue this, that's showing a reversal on Apple. It looks like they're going to fight it back up and give us kind of an indecision candle, which I still think is bearish at the moment. So
the 3-minute candle, if it can close up here, it's now faded back, but if it can close anywhere over 58,750, it's a pretty good, could be a reversal kind of hanging man candle. But volume wise, what are you looking at here on this move down? You see
a lot of volume.
Yeah,
you're getting higher volume here, so you got some players stepping in that's actually making this move now. This is going to be this is the highest volume we've had in a few candles here until around the 9 o'clock area, so the last hour.
So NQ is showing strength. It's now back 20,300, so it's popped 10 points or so. Coming back down now, but still got time on this candle. So, well, on the 3-minute, we got 30 seconds left on this candle.
The 5-minute it ended bearish.
Just closed.
Showed us a confirmation. 5,800 is still the spot. You got a ton of orders sitting at 5,800. this big cluster right here. So unless that moves down or they eat those up, that's where it's going to be our spot. If we can get that low, they hadn't let it get that low yet, which is kind of surprising to me with all those orders sitting there. Roy, you got your picks ready?
No. Give me a minute, though. I got you.
Here we go. We're going to get the 5,800 move now. Ooh, I got my little book about filled up here on notes.
I think I got my college pick. It's going to be a pretty obvious one, but I like my college pick.
All right, here, 5801. We've got to move this. We've got to protect some profits here now, so we're going to get a little bit aggressive. Oh, I don't want to get that aggressive.
It's 5,800. Break it. Break it.
Here we go. 5,800 tests.
Break it.
Holding up like a champ so far. Oh, there we go. Come on.
Oh.
Run it down to here. Run it down to here. We're going to take it here. There we go. 373 on the day on that account. That's good.
Nice.
How long was that in that trade? Like, I know I stopped out and then re-added, but it was a minute, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a minute. Calls falling, puts rising, as would expect on a move like that. Holdings now put volumes ahead.
600.
Mm.
What were we, 14, 15,000 earlier in the day?
Mm-hmm.
The 21 has now crossed VWAP. I mean, everything you can have is bearish. Dickard, I don't know if you're still listening or not. This was earlier when you said you couldn't think about shorting this. And I said, hey, if we get the move, then we got the move. So this is why you can't be – I'm not calling you out. I mean, we've all been in the same spot. But this is why you can't be too biased coming in. You got to be able to adjust your bias. I think we even said that we were leaning kind of bullish earlier. I mean, I lost on a couple longs. And then, look, I just made – we were 373 up. We were what, 600 down, so $1,000 on that play. Just think if we didn't start negative, wow.
Yeah.
CBD has just gone negative.
Wow.
This 5,800 is it now? Resistance.
Yeah, and you kind of go back to that 57.96. Are we doing?
No, it was no criticism at all. I promise you, sir. It's no criticism at all. Dicker said, "I'll take the criticism. I took the short off VWAP just now. The 5,800 up on the day now. I promise you, I was not. I did not. Don't take that as criticism because we've all been there. It's something we've got to learn from. That we've got to be careful with our bias because it can flip in a heartbeat. So."
Well, it's like you said, it cost us at the start of the day of being that way. So, we all kind of fell victim to it this morning. I think a lot of people did. I'm sure a lot of people loaded the boat, saying, "Okay, we're good to go." But it looks like
I wanted to take it there. On 58, I just couldn't bring myself to taking another short right there right now.
Calls and puts, my goodness, we're still breaking away.
They are running away from each other, aren't they?
Yeah. This does not bode well for the bull camp. I should have taken that short.
It would have hit
I hesitated. I hesitated. I hesitated too. I had it. I had a short at I just like kept clicking it. I was like, no, don't do it.
Now you're looking, if we get this break of this zone here, how far do we go? This is ugly. This is ugly, ugly. CBD is going to
5780.
2,000.
5780 is your 5-day. So
Oh, get out of here.
what you want here now, like you go back to your zones, you're looking for a 5796 rejection, right?
Yes, I don't know if you can see on the screen.
Yeah. Look at that thing just.
And it might not even fill this stupid thing. That'd be annoying.
Sorry, the stream is a bit delayed, so I didn't see the.
Yeah, I know. I hate that. I hate that. We'll get all this worked out one day eventually. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. We're here trying. Got to give. All right, let's get your picks. We got a few minutes left here before 10 o'clock. We need to cut loose. So give me your picks, Mr. Roy.
So I'm going to go under in the Georgia Bama game. The over-under on that game is 48.5. So I'm going under. I think it'll be a slugfest.
Okay.
And for the NFL, I'm gonna make some people angry here. I'm gonna go the Chicago Bears -3 at home to the Los Angeles Rams.
We got them. You are locked in, sir. You don't make any money off this.
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
Let's watch Bama and Georgia go to a 48-45 game now.
I read, I think I shared the stat with you. It's the first time Bama's been an underdog at home since 2007.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is look at my social media and you'll see it. And it's the disrespect of Bama.
Bama fans, if you're a Bama fan, I applaud you. You're consistent.
I do not applaud you. I do not applaud you. Some of the worst fans.
They are consistent in their narrative that they've been disrespected. Let's say a constant thing.
Awesome. Well, let's run this right up to the 10 o'clock hour. So solid day.
Pretty good day, yeah.
Not great, but we did, once again, kind of frustrating because, we call it and then get a 30-point move from where we say if we get a break, we might need to look short, and we get a 30-point move off of it, which if anybody knows ES, a 30-point move is one ES is $1,500.
Yeah.
So that's frustrating, but it's neither here nor there. Looks like I'm going to cancel that order because we were at negative 3,000 CBD, and now you're looking to see if the 85 area holds. Kind of what I'm looking at. So tune in Monday or come to the Discord to see if we made more money or if we called it a day. One of the two. So reminder, we will be off tomorrow. Roy, good luck. Prayers for you and your family with the hurricane coming through. Hope y'all stay safe and keep power.
Man. I appreciate that.
Your kids don't go. Your son don't go crazy being stuck.
Yeah. Poor kid. He's an active little gent, and so to be stuck in a house with his old man, he's probably not thrilled about it.
So just go in there, teach him some candle patterns.
I need to. He'll probably learn it better than I am.
I can do like my son. I teach my son. He's like, that's boring.
It's nothing about this is boring. Nothing about the stock market is boring.
I agree. CBD is broken below negative 3,000 now. So this thing is building for an ugly, ugly day. But what time is it? So this is typically when we should get a pop. Normally we do. It's going to be hard to see now. They're moving orders down too, so very interesting. VIX has popped. It's wow. It's at 1578 now, so it's going to look like we're going to test 16. We have the Fed composite. Kansas City Fed composite just came out. -8 was the actual. -5 was forecast. -3 was previous. So we are getting still a little more data coming out. Everybody, if you do continue to trade, please be careful.
Yes,
Keep your
please.
Your stop losses tight. If you do have a loss, just keep it manageable and you don't have to worry about it. Roy, like I said, good luck. We will be praying for you and your family. We will talk to you in the Discord the rest of the day, but we'll see you again Monday morning, hopefully with a smile on your face and everything's still good. So,
yes, sir.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate everybody.
Guys, have a good weekend.